I'm Mary Beth at the Law of Attraction Club, on the web at theloaclub.com. This Hangout on Air presents our theme for the week. If you're live with us on this Hangout, you're welcome to join us on our conference line for our continued discussion after the Hangout. Please dial in using the number on your screen. We'd love to hear your questions and comments. Our discussion of the theme for the week also continues on our open call each week on alternating Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you're watching the recorded video, we'll be adding pop-up links with more information about us and our extended audio recording. Robin and Rachel will be bringing through Torah for us today, so we welcome Robin and Rachel and Torah.
We welcome you all to this discussion about law of attraction exercises. Exercises that can help you begin to consciously create more of what you want in your life. We'll be talking about different types of processes, when to use which type, and how and why they can help you. We'll also start by setting the scene here and talking fundamentally about what's going on, because we want to be clear that exercises involve doing things, and it's your thoughts, not your actions, that create your world. We would further add that there's nothing sacred about any of these ideas, so take them, adapt them, and make them a part of who you are. When you own them, they will work for you. So here's 3 key things to keep in mind. Firstly, it's important to remember that you're not a physical being. The ongoing reality that's you is a timeless consciousness. You're an entity that thinks. You have experiences and make new creative decisions. If you're further wondering from whence you came, we would add that you're an extension of all that is, the collective consciousness. So when you have experiences, you're all that is experiencing itself. This, and only this, is what's real about you. Everything else is your story, the one you made up and continue to make up. The physical you and your physical and non-physical worlds are part of that story. Secondly, so how did you and how do you continue to write that story? It goes like this. The law of attraction responds to the belief choices you make and the tapestry of expectations that result from those beliefs. When you made those past choices of yours, you got invested in them, which stored them away in that subconscious of yours, mostly to never be thought of consciously again. Your story is told by that tapestry. When what you believe consciously matches what you believe subconsciously, manifestation is immediate. That's alignment. When what you know consciously is at odds with what you've stored subconsciously, then you're pulling both ways. That's misalignment. So conscious creation is simply choosing a new belief and lining up with it. A new belief might be, for example, money flows to me easily and serendipitously. The old subconscious counter belief might be, money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work to make money. So then comes perhaps the least understood but crucial part, the lining up part. And that's where these law of attraction exercises become really important. The process is simple, but sometimes those old well-rehearsed beliefs can take a bit of shifting. But here's the good news. On any subject, if you get relaxed and go within and ask yourself what you really, truly expect, You will know what's stored away there. The third key thing to remember is also good news, and that is your emotions tell you when you're heading towards what you want, you feel good, or you're heading in the opposite direction, you feel bad. That's because who you are and what you want are all part of the same thing. And when you're flowing with the truth of who you are, your emotions are positive. And when you're engaged with a lie, your emotions are negative. As an exercise, think right now of one thing about the world that feels really good. That thought is in line with the truth of you. Now think of one thing that feels bad. That thing, whatever it is based on a lie. It is not congruent with who you are. So now we have the basics down. Let's talk about some law of attraction exercises. And we're going to talk about them in two categories, expansive and focused. Expansive, these are for getting you in touch with who you are. Use them regularly. Make them a part of your daily routine, or use them particularly when you're feeling a bit lost for what seems like no particular reason. Focused, for changing something in your expectation tapestry. Use these whenever your emotions take a dive, whenever you react negatively to anything. Just be aware, as with everything else in the universe, there is no sharp line between these two. But we're making the distinction to help you decide when to use them and how they work. Expansive processes are designed to get you out of the day-to-day and away from the tyranny of that physical world you've wrapped around you. The simple truth is, if you take the time on a regular basis to become the observer instead of just the player, to be in the stands and not just on the field, you will find that your perspective changes. The awareness of who you are becomes more present. The way you react to things becomes less automatic and more considered. And the ambient level of your vibration rises. Everything gets easier, and the easier it gets, the easier it gets. More and more things simply click into place. You start to inhabit a more cooperative universe. Focused processes are designed to correct that expectation tapestry of yours, to help you replace those old, no longer serving you belief choices and get your subconscious aligned with your new conscious choices. As you become aware of misalignment, which means noticing when you start to feel bad for any reason, these are processes to focus you on the mismatch, to discover what that lie is and bring it into the light. These are processes that let you step into a new place of beingness in relation to any particular topic. As with expansive processes, you'll start to inhabit a more friendly universe. It's just that these are your logical, deliberate, conscious choice processes. We'll go into examples of these in more detail in our longer discussion that follows. But let's list here some of these briefly for each of you. In the expansive category, there's what we call the 12-a-day and the once or twice a day exercises. Here's a couple of 12-a-day examples. The observer. Take 3 to 5 seconds and do a timeout. Simply observe yourself. The oneness. Take 3 to 5 seconds and let go of everything. Give it all back to the universe and just be at one with all that is. Because you are one with all that is. And this is just knowing that. Commit to a 12-a-day process. And in 2 months, you'll inhabit a new you. In the once or twice a day category, there's meditation. Take 15 minutes and focus on something simple. Your breathing or a candle. Notice your thoughts and let them go. Be with yourself. Be with us. In the focus category, for example, whenever you feel bad, there's our letting go process, which has all the key ingredients. Welcoming in the bad thought, seeing the lie behind it, letting it go, appreciating yourself, and stepping into a world without that lie. We'll give you the link for more detail on that. If you're feeling overwhelmed, there's the Abraham placemat process, where you get out your to-do list. Then on a sheet of paper or placemat, put on the left only those things you know you will do today. On the right, list the things you are passing back to the universe to handle. And it does. There are a million processes, and these are just some examples. You can use contemplation and meditation to expand your awareness. You can change belief habits by conscious choice and focus. We'll get into this some more now. But let us finish here by encouraging each of you to take a stand with yourselves. Find law of attraction exercises that work for you. And as we said at the start, make them your own. Make them part of you. Each of you has your own path, and each of you will find that path if you will allow yourself to know that you can. Choose to allow that. And as always, we welcome your questions.
If you've been live with us on this Hangout, our discussion continues now on our conference line. You're welcome to join us and bring your questions and comments. Use the number on your screen. If you're watching the recorded video, click the pop-up links on your screen for more info about us and the audio of the full call. And if you'd really like to change your life in the next 12 months, we have 2 fantastic programs you can join right now. Check us out at theloaclub.com/programs.